Hello everyone, Get This Soul here back for another video. So in this video I am unboxing an oracle deck. It is called a Pop of Love, and it is a deck specifically made to provide insight and clarity into twin flame situations in love and relationships. So this was actually gifted to me by the creator. She is my friend Raya from Vibe About It LLC, or you can find her under Virtual Reality or Virtual Reality 9. I will link all of her stuff, like her Instagrams and the Etsy shop, in the particular specific link for this deck. So but yeah, so I knew she was sending this to me. I had commented under one of her videos when she was using the deck, saying, so what you're saying is I need to order this deck. And she ended up sending me a text message. We do actually text outside of social media, and we're actually working together on different apps and stuff like that. So but anyways, long story short, she said she would send it to me, and that was some time ago. But I think she was like getting some more stock in or something like that, and then she texted me and asked for, making sure my address was still the same and everything. And here we have her in today. I already opened the box just because I didn't want to struggle opening it on camera, and then on top of that I didn't want to accidentally show any addresses or anything like that. So the box is open. It is a white plain box. I don't know if she's sending like people that are actually buying this in boxes or not, but mine happened to have came in a box. I would think she's doing them all like that, but I'm not entirely sure. But let's open it up. So it is in bubble wrap. There's a thank you sticker at the back. It does come in a very sturdy, and I think it's a magnetic box, magnetic closure. I didn't want to mess this up. Anybody that sends me a package that has bubble wrap in it, I do store this bubble wrap and use it for my own packaging. I do sell items, spiritual items and things like that. So even if I do kind of like tear it up, I do still use it. So wow. Okay. So a Pop of Love. Turning the light on there, the flashlight. So there you have it. We have her name there, Vibe About It. And it says, a Pop of Love oracle cards will help guide you to new levels of trust, understanding, and love. It will help you become more aware of your connection and guide you to attract and create the love you desire. And this is a 100 card deck. Now, okay, so I'm gonna tell you the price that she has it listed. It is listed for $88, and I'm going to tell you why that is worth the price, because not only are you getting this beautiful sturdy magnetic closured box, you are getting 100 cards, and they are gilded in gold. So to me, that makes the price worth it. It is free shipping, and she does have a note here on the listing that says the shop will be closed from August 5th through August 18th. But yeah, this is one of her newer decks. I'm going to give you the rundown of like the card stock and things like that from her listing. It's going to be on the listing, so in case you're not like listening to me ramble about this information, you can simply head over to her Etsy shop and stuff. Again, I will link in the description box below. So the card specifications, again 100 cards. We have 350 GSM high quality arts paper. The size is 88 by 126 millimeters. She says that it is larger than tarot size, which pretty much is like oracle size, I would say. Because I have seen her using this deck. I just have not used it myself, obviously, just yet. So it is high gloss UV varnishing plus metallic gold edges, as we just talked about. Um, she says, note, these cards are large. If you have small hands like me, I suggest you splitting the deck in half to use. I have pretty small hands. Like, they're, my hands are like really, really skinny. Like, I don't know why, but my hands have just always been that way. So they're kind of small in that sense, but anytime I get like a deck that's like huge like that, like that's what I do anyways. I just split it in half, shuffle it in sections. But yeah, pretty much everything that I've already told you is in the listing. The one thing I will say about Raya's decks is that they don't sugarcoat. So if you're looking for a love oracle that's just going to tell you the good, it's just going to tell you that the person loves you and they want to be with you forever and they're not cheating on you and all this extra stuff, do not buy this. And I'm not saying not to buy it, but I'm saying if you're looking for a deck specifically because you want that type of energy, this is not the deck to go to. And I feel like that this is a not just this deck, but her decks in general tell you like it is, and I feel like that's very healthy. Especially with like twin flame and soulmate connections, people have like unrealistic thought patterns when it comes to these types of connections and what they should be rather than what they actually are in reality. So I feel like her decks kind of, they give you what you need and not necessarily what you want. And I'm sure this deck is no different for the most part. I have a few other of her decks, and I've also seen others of hers that I don't have just yet that, again, they are going to tell you the truth. And for the most part, she's like very real. I love our friendship, and I just love her as a person. She has a beautiful soul. I'm very proud of how far she has come with the things that she has gone through and trying to be successful on this journey with the oracle cards and stuff like that. There, have been challenges and stuff, and like she has grown from that, and I am looking up to her, and she is an inspiration for sure. So yeah, check her out. Some of you may remember that we did a collab a very long time ago. We're kind of both really, really busy and not just having too much time to get another one out, but I'm hoping that we could eventually, I'm sure we will. I will get back into collabs probably the next week or two. I don't know just yet, but I've got a lot of work to do, y'all, so it's kind of been like hard. So but anyway, so enough of my rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and open this baby up. I don't want to scrape this, so I'm going to try to be careful. I don't have my safety keychain nearby with my key knife, and I think I marked on it just a little bit, but it'll be fine. Wow. So it's kind of like a matte. Whew, okay. So I have title there. Again, I already showed you this, I think, but wouldn't hurt to show it again. And again, we've already read that. Okay, so wow. There we have it. Okay. I don't want to rip these. gold there. Not sure how good it's showing up on my little device here, but yeah. So I'm gonna make it easier and flip them over this way. The back side. I believe you can, yes, they are reversible. I meant to mention that. So when you're shuffling these, whatever side that these land on, like whatever side, like if you flip it over and it lands upright this way, that is the message that you need to consider. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to let go of the message at the top. However, maybe the bottom message is the message that you need to focus on more. However, still consider the information up above as well, because it can help you on your journey. Okay, so we have faithful encounter, impossible to avoid, big impact on future, questions your belief system, important life altering events. And then here we have at the bottom, and they are numbered, it looks like too. The moment I laid eyes on you, I knew. I can't explain how I felt. Okay, I'm reading this all together, so that's my fault. The moment I laid eyes on you, I knew. I can't explain how I felt, but I knew I was meant to find you. So this would be the main title. Again, if it lands on this side, that's your message to focus on. If it lands there, whatever side lands upright this way where you can read the words, it's not in reversed, it's at the bottom, that is your main message to consider. So I'm not going to read necessarily all of them, but I'll just show them and stop enough so that you could read them. So that's attached. Dark Night of the Soul. Ooh-wee. I forgot this was 100 cards. Okay. In separation, we have someone runs away, honeymoon phase ends, insecurities and attachment issues begin to appear, causing a rift in relationship. And then we got the reverse message. I'm noticing, let me see. The bottom message seems to be like a direct message from your person. But however, though, I think like if it doesn't land on this side, then for me, I feel like you can use it intuitively. So it's like whatever, you can use both messages, even if one is the other way around. But yeah, at the bottom is the direct message. I'm taking a pause. I needed to separate myself from you in order to work on my mind and my soul. This is only temporary, and I will eventually find my way back to you. However, again, I feel like the main message to consider is what's landed at the bottom there. I think she has a couple other decks where they're reversed like that also. So, third party situation. Wow. And then the numbers add symbology too, I would say, if you want to dig deeper or even deeper. Family ties. We have angel, speaking of numbers, angel numbers and symbols. Positive movement forward, divinely guided toward union. Multiple messages through different forms. And it says, I am receiving many messages about you through numbers, symbols, and images. The universe is showing me my way back to you and you back to me. So yeah. Time is ticking. I'm trying to be patient. I want you to return, and I want to return to you. Being away from you feels like an eternity. Yeah. Masquerading, union, and in sync. So you kind of get the idea for the most part. Differences or opinions and ideas in love, differences in status, money's power, or culture. One awakens while the other is unawakened. Very, very common, especially with twin flame connections. Our differences drove us apart, and it angered me that you didn't understand where I was coming from. It still pains me we can't come to an agreement even if we love each other. Love is love, 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 love. Small offering, cosmic love. Like, I feel like if it lands more so on the direct message, it's more like giving you a connotation of there being hope. You know, but let's see before I speak too soon. So what I'm eyeing here is saying your connection isn't real. This says audience opinions, and it says unfaithful and unsympathetic advice, easily influenced by others and their viewpoints. Unpleasant opinions create doubt and denial of connection. Your connection isn't real. I don't know why, but that's what I'm staring at right here. So I don't know if somebody needed to hear this, or maybe, I don't know, I'm just staring at it for no reason. But I was foolish to believe the opinions of others. I should have trusted my heart more than what others thought about our connection. Please forgive me for doubting our connection. So yeah, you can play with this and like, well, not like play with it like it's a toy necessarily, but I mean like, for example, how that is catching my eye. Like, unfortunately, it could be saying that your connection is in your head. I'm an intuitive reader, and sometimes if I see that, that might be what my mind goes to. I might not see, like, even focus on that message, but more so, your connection isn't real. That's just how an intuitive reader reads, you know, but not just going by the card. So yeah, so it's clear that the message, direct message from them, is at the bottom. But I think you focus on it less if it lands upside down, if you can't read it. Gluttonous gossip. Gossip. Ego-driven. Acquiring knowledge. I love these images. Karmic partners. Turbulent with plenty of highs and lows, red flags, codependency, arguments, miscommunication. They test us in our understanding of love and relationships. Naughty thoughts. Oh wow. Sexually fantasizing about you, strong need to be physical or physically near, undeniable sexual desires driven by instincts. I'm curious to see the message there. I can't help but want you physically, sexually, mentally. You're all I think about when I am alone and lost in my thoughts. The thought of you drives me insane. Forgiveness. Magical muse. Inner child healing. Which is very important in a connection. Like, some people, you know, think working on your inner child is childish, I guess, but it's important in a relationship for sure. Like, to have fun in your connection. You can work on your inner child with your partner, or like even by yourself. But I think it's definitely important to work on it together with your person also. Twin flame. Mirroring souls. Basically short for twin flames. Well, at least that's what I think. Spiritual practices. Mentally materialistic. Glad that this is included. So to me, this would kind of be like the devil card, I would say. Great source of power. I got a fan over here, so I'm hoping that nothing blows, but it's hot. So magical and powerful. Oops, there was a card at the bottom of that. Fragmentation of the soul. Glow up. Tower moments. Destiny. We have denial of connection. And I say because I was trying to figure out what that was for a second. And but yeah. So we have desensitize. And this could be, I guess, seen as like the devil energy also, because that, with the pills like that, it kind of screams like codependency. You're relying on something to help you feel better, or help you get through something. So, visionary, rebuilding, balancing, divine. Oh wow. Love this. Divine feminine, compassionate love, life, soft, understanding, insight, empathy, creation, birth, renewal, healing, restoration, acceptance, connection, oneness, receptivity, nurturing, growth. Divine masculine. So I'm not like reading them all, only because it's 100 cards and this video is already at this point 22 minutes long, and I definitely wasn't trying to make it that long, but I think it would have been long anyways, just because it's a lot of cards and I'm going through every single last one of them. So he thought I felt something back there, but that's the gilding kind of making it feel thick. Cycles. We have illusions, unawakened, fulfilled, new beginnings, intuition. Love this. Light bulb, moments of realization, direct knowledge from source without rational thought, a deep knowing and understanding without evidence. And then this says, I mean, really, you can also kind of use this as a multi-purpose deck too. Just maybe like for yourself or for like your clients, you can use like the message side of what it is they may subconsciously feel about themselves, or how you may feel about yourself subconsciously. So honestly, I think I might use it that way too. It says, it finally dawned on me why I feel so drawn to you and why our connection is so intense and scary. I'm starting to understand my fears, and my overwhelming emotions towards you. We got chaser, runner, divine timing, sentimentality. I know what that means, but it's hard for me to say it in the plural term, if that makes sense. Drinking the Kool-Aid. I don't know. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, when I was about to say, I don't know. What I was about to say is, I feel like I know what this means, and there it is right there. So listens to others and disregards their own feelings, knowingly goes along with other people's plans and ideas without thinking of their own well-being. Gotta stop that. That's one of the main reasons why twin flame connections have issues coming into union with their person, is because they're constantly listening to other people. They're watching TV, worried about society standards, even like listening to certain music and getting in their head that this is the way they have to go about. And I'm talking male and female. I'm not just talking about male, the male part of the connection, or the word masculine or more feminine, because I'm not just talking about straight couples either, but just generally the other person is or even both of you could be stuck on, our relationship is not normal. So, you know, we have to listen to other people that somewhat, quote unquote, have a normal relationship, if that makes sense. Courage, you know, I'm getting Leo energy from that. We have victim mentality, critical junctures, telepathic. I feel like this is a good learning deck too. Like, if you don't know what any of this means, this is your dictionary. I guess your twin flame dictionary, your dictionary in general. Because what if somebody doesn't know what a specific word is? She has the bullet points here and the keywords and, you know, brief definitions. So you can use this a lot of ways. You can study with this deck. Patience, outer turmoil, free will, infatuation, age difference. Now, age difference, people can argue with me about this all day. I don't necessarily discriminate, but to me, certain age gaps are just why. I'm not going to lie to you why. I mean, yes, it's consensual. I get that. But it's just sometimes you got to wonder, what is a 60-year-old doing with a 25-year-old? Like, to me, it just seems odd. Like, I don't try to judge that, but to me, it's like, why? Like, why would you want to be with your grandpa or your mother or your father? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And I get a lot of clients that have these huge age gap in their connections. And a lot of the times, the reason why there is such turmoil is because a simple age gap can do it. When I'm talking 10, 15, 20 years apart. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. And I will mention that sometimes, and it's not to judge, but again, age difference can play a big role in why some connections do not work out. Some do work out, but a vast majority of them are doomed to begin with. And I hate to say that, but that's my opinion. My opinion. Inner turmoil, speaking of that. Why does that look like Dr. Phil? Okay, this looks kind of like Dr. Phil. Okay, I'm done. Inner turmoil. Surrender, juggling. And then, like, speaking of, like, juggling, a lot of, and this is common sense, but people really do get inside their head too much to the point where they don't consider these things. Like, oh my God, they're distant. Oh my God, they took 2 days to respond to me. Oh my God. Like, some people cannot manage a relationship or connecting with people and focusing on work at the same time. They have to do that separately. So it takes some people time to adapt to that type of lifestyle to make sure that they're including everybody in their life and time for that person and the people in their life, plus work on their aspirations and work on work, you know. So it's like, because I get a lot of clients, this person's been distant for like 2 or 3 days all of a sudden. Yeah, because we need a break. We all need a break, and that's normal. And I'm here to tell you now, do not, please don't get upset if somebody takes 2 or 3 days to respond to you. Please take that time. Go get your hair done, your nails done, go buy you some clothes and shoes, go take yourself out on a date. Let them do them, and in the meantime, you do you. You do not really necessarily need to talk to someone every day to have a connection with them. So keep that in mind. Yes, I am teaching you and helping you manifest as I am flipping through this deck, which was not planned, by the way. I just ended up doing this. So, but future focus. We have settling, unsatisfied and feels alone while with someone. Your wants, needs, and desires are being chronically unmet. Accepting less than what you deserve, and that doesn't exactly sit right with you. We have, I know I'm not happy, but I feel I have no way out. I just can't walk away from my duties in the one I am with, even if I'm not entirely happy. Ghosted. Speaking of the distance. Now, distance and ghosting, they're different. And the way that I'm about to explain is, now, if somebody just ghosts you as opposed to just distancing themselves for a few days or so, that is an issue. Just distance in general, where they're taking 2 or 3 days, maybe 4 or 5 days to respond to you, like, to me, it's kind of like grow up. Like, and I hate to say that, but like, you're not a child. You do not, if you have to feel like you have to, if you feel like you have to hear from someone every single day, that is a problem that you have. And I don't want to say that because it sounds rude, but that is like an issue. That is codependency, actually. That's not good. And it's good to like want to hear from them every day, but eventually that becomes unrealistic. Like, you can't, especially like the more a relationship grows, you kind of just have to trust that you're going in the right direction with the person, that you're with the right person, have faith in the connection. And because if you're getting upset that they're taking time away from you for about 3 or 4 days or so, that's some insecurities that you're needing to deal with. And some people are like, oh, they're distant all of a sudden. Normally we talk every single day. Again, a break is needed. But when it's ghosting, that's a different situation, because at that point, they're taking more than a few days from you and they're not telling you what's going on. Ghosting and just simple distance, completely different. Reinvention, false flame. So basically, you think you're kind of being tricked by your mind that you are in a twin flame connection, but you're not. Okay, so we have but yet it's like you can't get away from the person. You don't want to leave the person or get away from the person, but even if you don't feel like a deep connection, you're telling yourself that it's there and it's not. Past life, love this. We have tumultuous lives. And speaking of insecurities, watching, creates fake accounts to stay up to date, pretends to not care, but becomes obsessive, late night scrolling on social media platforms. Even if I'm gone, I am still connected to you in some way. I can't cut you off completely, but I am afraid to return. My only interaction with you is through your social media. I miss you. We have regrets, unsent messages, triggered. Speaking of trigger, this reading might, or not reading, but maybe readings with this deck and the deck in general may trigger a lot for you. So, if you're somebody that's like super sensitive, I would say honestly, it's done so well to the point where even though it can trigger some, thoughts and feelings, I would say it's still worth to grab it, because you need to work on that, or yeah. I'm not super sensitive, but I am sensitive. So some things trigger me, but shadow work needs to be done in those areas. And I feel like this deck can help you with that. Soulmate, deceit, wordless, self-love. Oh, okay. So I did see on the listing that she mentioned zodiac signs. So here we go. So say this comes up and you're using this deck in a reading for yourself or for others. You have the zodiac signs. So the person could be either in this energy, have this in other areas of their chart, if not their main sign, or it just could be something for you to consider. I know people get like very technical with zodiac signs on cards, and what I mean by that is people tend to be like, oh, well, I'm not an Aries, or they're not an Aries, so this message does not have any relevancy towards me. That is definitely ignorance. Just because you're not an Aries, it does not mean that the message is not for you, or the message doesn't have any meaning for you. So we got Aries, passionate, driven, energetic, restless leader, ambitious, impulsive, impatient, aggressive, mood swings, angers easily. I was impulsive, irrational, and selfish. I pushed this connection to its breaking point. I'm sorry for causing so much conflict in our lives. Taurus. Ooh. Practical, loyal, trustworthy, stable, takes pleasure in beauty, prejudice, lazy, self-indulgent, slow-moving, stubborn, materialistic. Now, obviously, even if you're like any card that I pull out, just because it says these things, that does not mean that this person actually has to act that way, or that they do act that way. Because again, the zodiac sign stuff can be very general, and at that point, obviously, not all Tauruses are lazy, not all Tauruses are selfish. Or it doesn't even say selfish, so I don't know why I said that, but it does say self-indulgent, so I guess that's where I got that from. Not all Tauruses are stubborn. Although, two of the Tauruses that are on my mind right now, they are pretty stubborn. Wouldn't say lazy, but definitely stubborn. Gemini. I was just put it there so you can read it. And then the message: I wasn't always there when you needed me the most. Instead of trying to comfort you, I would jump ship because I couldn't deal with my own emotions, let alone yours. We have Cancer. I don't know why I flipped it over on the message side just yet, but Leo. Magnetic, enthusiastic, outgoing, creative, romantic leader, generous, pompous, show off, overdramatic, pretentious, bossy, jealous, possessive. We got Virgo. Wait, did I show the message? Nope. I was used to being the central focus of everyone's attention, but your magnetism outweighed mine, and I was insecure about that. Virgo. Meticulous, consistent, realistic, helper, analytical, practical, persuasive, overcritical, perfectionist, judgmental, uptight, shrewd, petty. So what I'm noticing, I'm just now noticing this. I don't know why I was not looking at it. Again, that's just how my intuition works, or how intuition works in general. You might not focus on something at first because it's just for whatever reason not important, but now it's calling my attention. I see the symbol, the zodiac sign symbol on the star. I have not paid attention to this in the rest of the zodiac sign cards at all, up until I got to Virgo. And then I think you have the plus for the positives, which is at the top, the positive attributes for the sign, and then the negatives at the bottom. So pretty much this is kind of like the negatives and what you can kind of work on to help your connection, or what they can work on to help improve the connection. Got Libra. Scorpio. Sagittarius. Capricorn. That's weird. Not the Capricorn card, but the fact that all of my signs are like in order. I will get to the rest of this in a second and show you my signs. So, Aquarius is my main. My moon is Capricorn. And Sagittarius is my rising. Did I show you guys this one? That was interesting. Okay. So I got Pisces. Okay. So now it looks like we have like yes or no answer. So it looks like you can, like I said, multi-purpose deck. You can take out the zodiac signs and use them separately. Take out the yes no cards and use them separately, and then the rest of them, like I said, multi-purpose. So we have maybe leaning towards a no, maybe leaning towards a yes. So okay. Wow, I love this. So we have yes, yes, absolutely. Yes, eventually. Okay. So again, reverse deck here. No, definitely not. No, but maybe later. Yes. Wow. Like, girl, I love this deck. So now we have seasons. I'm learning this deck along with you guys. So so some of this, if it sounds like this is a surprise, that's because it is. So we have spring. So we got time frames. Okay. And you can also use zodiac sign time duration or zodiac sign birthdays for time frames as well. So you can put all the zodiac signs together with the seasons and the dates here. So say you wanted to know when, I don't know why I want to say lunchbox as a name, but let's say you want to know when Gerald is going to contact you, just so we know, or just so we're clear. I know nobody with that name personally. Don't ask me why I said that, because I don't even know. But say you want to know when they hear from you, and you get this card and it lands this way. You're going to hear from them in the springtime, March 20th through May 5th. Or that may mean that you may need to reach out to them at that point. Lands here, it'll be a little later, May 6th through June 20th. Wow, love this. So we got winter, February 7th, March 19th. December 22, February 6th. Fall, November 7th through December 21st. September 22nd through November 6th. Okay. And we have the summer, which is where we are now, and I can't wait for the winter. I do like the summertime, but I do definitely think I'm more of a winter baby, simply because I was a winter baby. So I definitely think the winter I feel like I can deal with more. So we have June 21st through August 5th, August 6th through September 21st. And there you have this gorgeous big deck, 100 cards on Etsy. Again, I will link it. Perfectly slidable. Don't think that's the word. So there you go. I will link this down below. The deck, or the link for this specific deck, her shop, her Instagrams, and her channel, I will tag in the title, also in the description box. Make sure you subscribe to her if you have not already. Again, I did a collab with her like a long time ago, and we were supposed to do another one, but I ended up not. It just took me too long to get it out. So eventually, when we both get time, and you know, because we both work, we're actually technically kind of co-workers on some other places on the interwebs. So so I know that, plus having a kid, like all of that is kind of, I don't have a kid, but but she does. So yeah, we'll figure it out, and we will do something at some point. So love and light, guys. A Pop of Love Oracle available on Etsy. 100 cards. Love and relationships. Yeah. So I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure you check out the description box. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, share if you feel inclined to. And yeah. So take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.